Okay, 2 cloves of garlic. I know I've got it here somewhere.
Just gave it to you.
Yeah, I know, that's what you told me, but I don't see it. Turned it off. Don't turn it off. Okay, 2 cloves of garlic. Uno, dos. Okay. Sawadee krab. So today we are making Thai lettuce wraps in a keto style. We love going down, particularly to Cheesecake Factory or P.F. Chang's, and getting Thai lettuce wraps there. Well, it just so happens that a Thai lettuce wrap is really easily adaptable to keto. It's got some sweetness in it, but beyond that, you're wrapping stuff in lettuce and eating it, and it's meat and vegetables, so it's great. So we are going to do it in a keto style. You do have to have the sweetness, but the way you do that is by using artificial sweeteners that are keto friendly. So start out with a tablespoon, and by the way, I'm starting out by making the sauce, and then we'll do the meat afterwards. You start out with a tablespoon of sweetener. I like using the brown swerve. You can use xylitol, you can use erythritol, you can use whatever you want, but I like the flavor of the brown sugar, and so I use brown swerve. Start out by doing a tablespoon of that. Drop that into your blender. Then you want 5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And the thing with soy sauce, you got to be careful because a lot of soy sauces have corn syrup in them. So you don't want to use a soy sauce with corn syrup. You can use coconut aminos. That will approximate soy sauce if you want to avoid the soy. But frankly, I just use soy sauce. I like it. So 5 tablespoons of it. Coming from Hawaii, I always use either Kikkoman or Aloha style. Okay, you want 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. And again, with peanut butter, you want to use the peanut butter that doesn't have sugar added. A lot of peanut butter does have sugar added. So you got to check your label and make sure you don't have any sugar added to the peanut butter you're using. Or just go ahead and go to the health food store and they have that peanut machine that grinds up the peanuts and makes peanut butter. You can use that too. Okay, 2 cloves of garlic. Turned it off. Don't turn it off. Okay, 2 cloves of garlic. Uno, dos. Okay. Okay, let's go with a teaspoon of sriracha sauce in here. You want a little bit of a kick, but you don't want it super spicy, so this'll be just right. 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Now, I love the taste of sesame oil. Surprisingly, if it's not Korean sesame oil, Young doesn't want to have anything to do with it. But I like any sesame oil. Okay, now we want 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar. And you do want the rice wine vinegar because it has a different flavor than virtually any other vinegar, and it does kind of give an Asian flair to this. But be careful, when you get rice wine vinegar, a lot of it is seasoned rice wine vinegar, and a lot of it has sugar in it. So make sure you get rice wine vinegar without sugar. 2 teaspoons of this. Quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. That's it for the sauce. Stick it in the blender, mix it up, get it nice and smooth, and you've got your sauce for your dip. And I'll make the actual meat in a minute. Okay, we're done with the blending of the sauce. Now, put it in a bowl. And this is going to be your sauce for your Thai lettuce wraps. Always taste it, make sure it tastes right. That's good. It's got a tiny bit of sweetness. It's got a little bit of saltiness. It's a good, nice sauce for dipping. It'll be a nice sauce for our Thai lettuce wraps. We're going to make the beef. And with Thai lettuce wraps, at the Cheesecake Factory and P.F. Chang's, I think they use chicken. You can use a ground chicken there. We have ground beef, and what we're using is a grass-fed beef. We like using grass-fed. The fat in grass-fed beef is better than the fat in regular farm-fed beef, and so we're going to go ahead and use that. Take your beef, stick it in a bowl. Okay, into the beef, you want to put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. And xanthan gum, what this does, this kind of approximates cornstarch. It makes the beef a little bit thicker and sort of shiny. And since you can't use cornstarch on keto, the xanthan gum is a good substitute. Now you want to use a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. 1/4 cup. Now you want to mix that in together and then saute it up in a pan. Put it in a pan, brown it up. You want to take 2 cloves of garlic, throw that in here. You can use more if you want, if you like a lot of garlic as I do. So I'm using 3 cloves, but you can use 2. Also, you want to use 2 tablespoons of grated ginger. Throw that in there too. Then you want to use 5 chilies, dried chilies. We're using the Thai style chilies, that's good. We've chopped them up, and so we're going to throw them in, completely chopped up, we're going to throw them in here. If you have a wok, by the way, you can stir fry this, but you don't have to. We're just throwing it in the pan. Cook this all together. You get the flavors melded for about a minute. 1/4 cup of beef broth. Add in 2 tablespoons of xylitol. That'll sweeten it up, and the reason you do it this way is because the xylitol will dissolve in the broth before you throw it in. This will eventually be your sauce. Now that it's all mixed up together, throw in the broth. Bring it to the boil and cook it for another minute or so, and your Thai lettuce wraps are going to be done. At least this will be the meat for it, and I'll show you how to put it together after we're done with this. Up and ready to eat. What you want is you want to have a big spread. What we have here on the spread is we have the sauce that we made earlier. We have the meat, which we've cooked up. I got some butter lettuce from Costco. You can use any kind of lettuce, but the butter lettuce is probably one of the best, and they use that at the restaurants when you get it. We chopped up some carrots. We got some cucumbers. We've got some cilantro. You don't need that if you don't like it. I'm not a big cilantro fan.
Parsley.
Oh, is that parsley? Okay. Well, I do like parsley. So we got parsley, or you can use cilantro if you want. Take the meat, put it in the lettuce. Then you get some of the veggies, whatever veggies you want on there. We like carrots. We've got some cucumbers. We have parsley. We'll get some parsley all chopped up here. Okay, we got big pieces of parsley. And then add some of that sauce that you made. There you got it. Wrap it up, eat it as much as you want. You got yourself a nice keto lunch. That's every bit as good as what you get at the restaurants. And it's as spicy as you want it to be. I made mine a little spicier than they make it over there because they're very careful at the restaurant. They try not to make it painful to too many people. I like mine a little painful. This is painful, but it's good. Time for lunch.